I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been very motivated to make videos recently, so I decided to play something that I don't normally play. In light of thermals being shown off in Dondi's stream, hopefully they'll come soon, and I wanted to try Ptera before they were added in. A lot of people say Ptera isn't really viable, or it has extremely terrible stam, which not really, if you know how to use Ptera anyway. I'm so confident, in fact, that I'm not gonna cut the video and I'm going to fly around the entire map. I'm just gonna speed up some sections that get boring. I'm not gonna sit down and rest intentionally, but I'm just gonna fly until my stam runs out pretty much. See how far I get. I'm just gonna fly around and not really care about my stam. Now I'm gonna start choosing my mutations. I think I'm gonna try and go more of a survival build this time, so decreased water sounds pretty good to me. Let me see if I can sniff something before I go off and leave. Doesn't really seem like it. Alright, I'm gonna have to go somewhere else then. Since there's no fish around this lake, I'm gonna see if I can go down the river and spot any there. So now is probably a good time to explain my strategy, and how I'm gonna fly so far with just 1 bar of stamina. You don't just have to hold spacebar and then go all the way up just to be at 0 stam and glide from there. You can just press spacebar in sync with your wing flaps and stay flying upwards. You'll still go down a little, but as long as you keep up with that spacebar loop, you should just gain altitude. And if you're smart about where you want to start gaining altitude, then you can go extremely far. And if you pick the right location, of course. I still don't see any fish, so I'm just gonna keep having to follow up this river until I see something to eat at least. It's fun to try and mess with people. I'm gonna keep doing that randomly throughout my growth. I do have to be a little careful around here because I'm on Putian server. I probably butchered it, but I know Docky, another content creator, he likes to play Herrera around this area, so I gotta be careful. Not that I'm worth that much food, but if he manages to hit me, well then... That'd be funny, to be honest. I wouldn't even be mad. What is that? Is that something dead? Wait, are those fish lined up? That has gotta be the most obvious trap possible. Or maybe a dino spoiling fish? Either way, I can't eat them since they're rotten, I think? They're not showing up as diet. I did lose a little bit of altitude checking it out, but it doesn't matter. I can just use minimal stam, gaining at more altitude again. You can see me go up ever so slightly with each wing flap. And you know it's working when your Ptera is constantly flapping its wings, because if you're gliding, it just keeps its wings out. But if you press your keyboard, you'll just keep going up and up. Well, what's going on here? Still haven't found any fish yet, but looks like something's going down, and I could use a little entertainment. I'm starting to get bored. is that, like a little Herrera or something? Getting bullied by a dino? That dino's just spam F-calling. Let me see if I can bite it. Well, that was a fail, but now I should probably get back on the search for food. I might be on track to starve to death. I haven't seen a single schooling fish swarm yet. Huh, still not a single thing other than a baby. Forget starving. There's a stego that I need to bite. Target locked. 3, 2, 1. That was all entirely necessary for my survival, don't question it. That's just a cut in my recordings, so I can keep the footage at manageable pieces without exploding my editing software, but you can tell I'm in the same spot. I didn't land. Very necessary. Things are starting to look desperate. Two little dinos, huh? Wait a second, there's fish there. It's risky, but I'm desperate, so if I die, I die. That's embarrassing for them. They missed 2 of their lunges while I was right at the water's surface. Again, split in footage so my editor won't explode. But I need food, and I think there's still some more fish there, but it's gonna be risky now that they know I'm gonna come in again, probably. Looks like I took the last of the fish. I'm gonna have to look elsewhere now. At least I'm not actively starving. The way I look for fish is hearing little trickles in the water. Usually that's the best way I find them. I see them with my ears before I see them with my... Yeah, no, that doesn't make much sense, but you get what I mean. Whatever, I have more fish, and I can survive now. Let's do a little stam check. I spawned in at Dilo Lake, or as the spawn zone is called, water access, I think. And I flew there all the way to, I guess, old swamps, technically. And I'm only slightly below 60% stam, it looks like. Not bad. There's not really much I'm doing right now, other than just catching fish and filling food and diets and all that fun stuff. I'm torn between staying here and filling up my food with the fish that I have here, or going somewhere else looking for another diet. I decided to stay and grow, get my diets, all that fun stuff. But I was today years old when I realized apparently the devs added in getting stand back from latching as a Ptera. I have no idea when this was added. And people say the devs never listened to us. Wasn't this a community suggestion? But it's here, and this is kind of cheating. I didn't see it at the time because I was going through YouTube or something. I can't exactly remember. But by the time I noticed, it was somewhat kind of late. Is that Dino trying to bait me with something that isn't even in my diet anymore? It looks like they're starting to eat all the fish, which is bad for me. I should probably get up soon and start getting some before I lose my chance. I'm gonna be honest, it took me a hot second to make up my mind. About now is when I realized that I got stand back, so yeah, I decided to start moving because that felt like cheating. This isn't technically a challenge, but I wanted to see how far I could go. And it looked like they ate all the fish, so now it's time I see myself out. Not before I bothered this Dino a little bit at least. That was entirely necessary for my survival, don't question it. PT has bad stam, huh? Let's pull that stam bar up a little closer so we can see how fast it drains. Once you slow down, or I guess speed up, since technically I'm going way faster than my Raptor normally would. I think this might be contending with galley speed right now, and I'm not really going all that fast, to be honest. Anyways, I guess when you still slow down a little, this game is really, really gorgeous, actually. It makes me sad that the community can be really divisive sometimes. And with how toxic things can be, and the relationship between the player base and the developers, and the player base to the player base, it just sucks that we can't see the awesome game that we have right in front of us, even if there's some wrinkles to iron out. And my offset camera, apparently. You know, I was originally thinking going to Westrail Beach and then going to Westrail from there for both water and see if I can find some AI or something along the beach. But I might as well check out south. I mean, it's right there. There's drinking water. There can be a bunch of player bodies sometimes, and heck, if I can't find that, there's still a river where fish might be able to spawn. It's hard to tell since we're so high up here, but we're actually going pretty fast right about now. Although I definitely came in way too high, and I probably could have saved some stam to be honest, but whatever, I'm here now. As soon as I get here, there's dead bodies and fighting. Yeah, this is south, alright. Alright, finally, more fish. I guess, what was it? delta and swamps, which are super empty areas, but since a bunch of people are condensing in south, then the AI is spawning more often. At least I think that's how it works. Alright, now I can fill up on food, water, and then I can just go up to Westrail, just like I originally wanted to. Just splitting my recording, and okay, we're good to go. Ooh, a sea turtle. I could use some line diet. That's not good. I don't want to get pinned. Well, there goes a decent chunk of my stam. But I can probably still make it, to be honest. My intended destination is West Axis, by the way. So, let's see if I make it. Now I just have to find a nice tree to land in to finally sit down and actually get some stam. Alright, let's see what mutation I want to pick. Though, this video is long enough, and I'm only halfway into my Ptera's life, so I think I'm gonna end it here. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to see the rest of this Ptera's life, then, I don't know, ask for it or something. Either way, have a nice day.